Corissa Furr here for Fighting Famous, and I'm joined by none other than the Huntington Beach Bad Boy himself, Mr. Tito Ortiz. Tito, how's it going?
Good. I just got to correct you one right now.
What?
I'm no longer the bad boy.
Oh, you're no longer the bad boy.
Oh, life has changed. It's all a positive manner. People's champ now. Showing everybody that, through hard work and dedication, you can achieve anything in this life. And I have, since the Bader fight, having back surgery, neck surgery, and still competing at the top level, beating the best guys in the world. And, let's just finish my career on a positive note. So I thought I'd change it. And no more negative stuff, no more bad boy stuff. I don't need to talk trash on other fighters anymore. And I want to just show people that you're able to achieve anything through hard work and dedication.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Turning a new leaf here. So, okay, I'm here with the People's Champion, Tito Ortiz. Thanks for taking the time with us. Before we start talking about your fight, obviously coming up UFC 140, fighting Antonio Rogerio Nogueira, I want to touch a little bit first on UFC on Fox. There's a lot of stuff been going on. You're a pioneer of the sport, been in here for, over a decade. Can you talk about what you thought of the event on Fox and what you feel about, the evolution of MMA?
I've been here since UFC 13. Me and Randy Couture started our career the same night, May 30th, 1997, and it's almost been 15 years. I guess May 30th of 2012 will be 15 years. Just to see that Dana White and Lorenzo Fertitta's worked so hard to get UFC where it is, giving us fighters an opportunity to fight on the main stage as Fox, and Fox picking us up, I'm very thankful, man. I remember back in the days working on the Best Damn Sports Show, and them just kind of, doing the first push of UFC, and now it's in everyone's eyes on Fox.
And so do you think maybe that's something you'd like to add to your accolades, maybe a fight on Fox?
I'd love to have a fight on Fox. I know all the people want to see me fight on Fox. I wish I would have fought this last weekend and put on a show. But it was a great turnout overall, Dos Santos coming out with the knockout as quick as he did, and couldn't happen to a better guy. I wanted Kane to win, but, Dos Santos is a very positive man. You hear his words of wisdom, and it couldn't happen to a better guy.
So maybe taking a little bit from his book, maybe, with the positivity? And
I took a lot from my own book. I've been through so much hard stuff through my life, and I kind of seen the positive note of you surround yourself with great people and positive people, great things turn out from that. And I think I learned that one on myself, on my own.
Good. Okay, so let's start talking about UFC 140 coming up. This is your third fight this year, and I know you haven't been this active really since about 2006. Are you excited? Are you happy to be this active again?
Very excited. I've gone through major surgeries and able to get back in the gym and push myself in training. I'm excited. I just want to get in the cage again. After fighting Ryan Bader, beating him, and then coming in against Rashad, who had 14 months to prepare for it, and it shows why he's the #1 contender. And I put on a great fight. Almost caught him in submission. He defended it well. And now I'm fighting Little Nog, and he's a great opponent, one of the toughest guys at 205. And my hands are full, but I plan to get my hand raised.
And let's talk about this fight was originally supposed to happen with Little Nog, last March, due to an injury. It hasn't. So talk about when you got that news, your reaction, obviously, that the fight is now back on.
I had no reaction. I said, let's do it. It was supposed to happen in the beginning. I got 22 stitches on my head and a bad concussion. I couldn't fight the first time, so I want to make sure I fight him at 100%. So either one of us have any excuses when I get my hand raised.
And you say you want to fight him at 100%. We're here at your facility. You're working on your stand-up with Jason Perillo. Would you say this is the most confident that you have been in training?
Of course. Every fight's the most confident I try to be. Just the mindset of going in there and doing what I do in the gym and just pressing myself as hard as possible. And putting on a show for all the fans who are watching. Every time a Tito Ortiz pay-per-view's on, they make sure they get their money's worth. And I try that. Win, lose, or draw, I go out there and I put my life on the line. I put my heart and soul out there and put on a show.
And let's talk about the Canadian fans. This is actually going to be your first time fighting in Canada. Is that right?
Yes, and I heard it's crazy in Toronto, and I can't wait for it. I actually had Rogers Sports Center down here. Joe Showtime came down, and he was like, Tito, you don't understand what's going to happen in Toronto. I go, what do you mean? He's like, you don't even understand. These people are crazy. So, I have great support through my Canadian fans who go to punishment.com, my clothing company, Punishment Athletics. Of course, my nutrition line, Punishment Nutrition. They support me so well. I'm very thankful for my Canadian fans, so they get to see me live in Toronto.
And I'm sure they're definitely all looking forward to it, of course. I want to take a minute and kind of step back and talk about, you're fighting Lil Nog. We know that you have wanted Shogun. Does this kind of stem a little bit from those Pride UFC rivalry days where, I know you didn't get the chance to fight some of those international guys because of the rivalry back then? Do you think that maybe you're going to have an opportunity now to fight and prove yourself against those international fighters?
I think back in the day when Pride was what it was, UFC what it was, we're the top of our game. Now that we're all together, I think it don't matter about the past. It's all about the future of fighting the best. And Little Nog is one of the best. Shogun is one of the best. It shows against Forrest Griffin why he is one of the best. And, time will come for everything, I think. And I think right now it's just December 10th on pay-per-view UFC 140 in Toronto. Get my hand raised.
All right, and I'm just going to ask you one last question. I thank you for your time, by the way. Do you think that, obviously this is a huge fight, between you and Little Nog. He's a legend of the sport, as are you. And do you think he is standing in the way of Tito Ortiz being named the comeback fighter of the year?
I don't know. I think I'm going to beat Bader. I already showed I was a comeback fighter of the year. I don't know. I never went anywhere. I just got through some major surgeries, and any other athlete would have quit and would have called, threw their gloves and threw the towel and said no more. And I didn't do that. I prevailed, and I showed that with your mindset, your goals set high, that you can achieve anything in this world. And Little Nog's not going to stop me for a comeback fight of the year, because I believe I am. And Little Nog is just another opponent in front of me that I got to stop. I got to go in. I got submission of the night against Ryan Bader. I got fight of the night against Rashad Evans. So let's try to go out there and get knockout of the night against Little Nog.
All right, and you guys can watch him fight coming up at UFC 140 in Canada. Tito Ortiz, thank you for your time. Again, this is Corissa for Fighting Famous.